an emergency such as a crime in progress, impaired driver, injury collision, or involves a weapon, hang up now and dial 911. If this is not an emergency, please remain on the line and choose the phone menu options most applicable to your call type. This is a recorded police complaint line. All calls are recorded and any information provided is subject to disclosure in court. There is no way to report confidential information on this line. For anyone wishing to provide anonymous or confidential information, please consider calling Crime Stoppers. At any time to repeat a message, press the 0 key. To return to the main menu, press the pound key. To start, you must first choose a main call path. For questions or information, press 1. For complaints, press 2. Some crimes without a suspect, such as theft and mischief under $5,000, and lost property occurrences can now be reported online at www.edmontonpolice.ca or at any police station during business hours. To report other crimes and occurrences, please listen carefully to all 8 complaint menu options, then make your selection. For no injury, vehicle collisions, press 1. For parking and noise bylaw enforcement, press 2. For animal-involved incidents, press 3. For nuisance, untidy property, or derelict vehicles on private property, press 4. For thefts or mischief, damage to property, including graffiti, press 5. For lost property, including lost or stolen license plates, press 6. For landlord and tenant disputes, press 7. For all other complaint types, to speak with a call taker or to cancel a complaint, press 8. To register a new complaint, press 1. To cancel an existing complaint that you registered and no longer require police response, press 2. Please hold. Your call is being placed in queue for the next available call taker. All agents are currently busy. Please stay on the line. All agents are currently busy. Please stay on the line. All agents are currently busy. Please stay on the line.
Edmonton Police, how can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to report a breach of a peace bond.
Okay. Where is this happening?
Here in Edmonton.
What's the address?
Well, I don't know the address of the ex-wife, but I'm on a peace bond, and I was informed by the Crown that it's no contact, direct or indirect, and she sent me an email 2 days ago.
Oh, okay. So where are you at? What's your address?
1026 106th Street Northwest.
Sorry, can you just repeat that?
Yeah,
You just broke up.
1026 106th Street Northwest.
Okay. That here. And your callback number?
587 712 0639. Nanya, that's spelled N-A-N-Y-A. The last name is E-I-L. I have the peace bond file number.
Oh, and this is between you and your ex-wife?
Correct. Oh, I have the police file number. Yeah, it's on here. Okay.
And so no contact at all?
It says, you shall have no contact directly or indirectly with Nicole Nicholas. Wednesday, March 25th at 12:03 p.m. And then I just saw here now because I didn't looked at it and I didn't respond. And then I see here she sent another email at 12:56 p.m. same day.
So March 25th,
Yes.
12:23 and 12:56.
Yes. No, 12:03. 12:03 and 12:50.
12:03.
Yeah, and 12:56.
And your wife hasn't shown up in person.
No. I get the children every weekend for a family court order. So Friday through Sunday I get them.
Okay. And what's your wife's name again? Or ex-wife? Sorry.
Ex-wife is Nicole Nicholas. Nicholas is the last name.
Okay. And her date of birth?
July 1st, 1977.
Do you have no contact information for her? I'm assuming.
I have her phone number.
Sure.
Just hold on a second. Let me pull it up. (587) 700 4260.
And I'm just gonna grab your information here. What is your date of birth?
February 20th, 1971.
Okay. And you haven't sent any emails back?
No, I did not reply to it. I was out of town, and I said I'll deal with this when I get back.
And just to confirm, you didn't send any emails prior to this, or have any contact?
No, because she has a lawyer. So under the Law Society, her lawyer is supposed to be communicating with me, not her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the only exception on the peace bond is as directed by the Court of Children's Services. That's it. So her lawyer is supposed to be emailing me, not her. Because she put in this is called inducement, and this is what I was told by the Crown, that they warned her because the subject says fees for Tevi Miller, and then she put urgent in the subject. So that was to get me to respond.
Oh, okay. And what was the emails about?
It's talking about school fees.
About what, sorry?
School fees.
Oh, okay.
And I got an email from her lawyer. This is why I know this is nonsense. again, she breached because her lawyer sent me an email on February 2nd. And he said there's to be no communication between the two of you at exchanges or otherwise.
Okay.
So that's February 2nd. So now why is she emailing me when her lawyer said there's to be no communication or between, and then she's putting urgent in the subject. I'm like, this should be coming from her lawyer.
So, I have a call out here.
Yes.
Officers will be there as soon as they can. They'll take a look at that peace bond and we'll go there. Okay?
Okay.
So just keep a eye out for blocked or unknown numbers. That'll be officers reaching out.
Yes.
So I don't have an ETA at the moment. Unfortunately, it's fairly busy, but we will try to get to this as soon as we can.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep. All right. Thank you.
All right. I will let you go.
Bye bye.
Bye.
What's his name? The Crown prosecutor. He said if she induces you to communicate, he said she can be charged.
Okay, so you don't have any paperwork specifically saying that she can't contact you, but you were told that if she induces conversation, she can be charged.
Yes, because the email is coming from her with the
Yeah.
with the principal as a CC. The email I got from her lawyer said that there's to be no communication between the two of you at exchanges or otherwise. That was February 2nd. And
Okay,
and so
but there's no specific order that says she can't contact you,
yes, there
is
is.
what I'm getting at.
Yes, there is. It's right here in the October 17th order. It
Okay,
says
can
it.
you read that to me?
Yes, I can. Let's see here. There shall be no communication between Nanya Shabuel and Nicole Tamara Nicholas during the exchanges of the children or otherwise, except for service of documents.
Okay. Okay, so just make sure that you do have those documents ready for the responding officers. They will have to see it because it's not showing on our CPIC.
I
So
got
as long
it.
as you have, yeah, perfect. I'll put that in there that you do have the documents.
Yes, I do.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank
We'll
you.
have somebody out there as soon as we can.
Yes, thank you. Bye. He sent me 2 emails on Wednesday, and this is regarding fees for our children. Now, her lawyer explicitly told me that there was to be no communication. It's actually in the court order as well, and that's what the dispatch who called me back said, to make sure that I have that to present that to the officers, because she said that's what you all are going to need.
For sure, yeah. I can see the court order listed here on our system. So, Kate, I think the only condition is that it's no contact directly to the Center of County Court of Children's Services.
Yes.
So, what was the email pertaining to?
I was pertaining to school, and I'm talking about the order from October 17th.
Order from October 17th.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the order I see is the only effective order is February 24th, 2026.
Yeah, that's the peace bond. But there was a family court order from Alberta Court of King's Bench, which was before on October 17th. That was months before that. And in that order on paragraph 4, this is what the dispatch had asked me. There shall be no communication between Nanya Shabuel and Nicole Tamara Nicholas during the exchanges of the children or otherwise except for service of documents. And then her lawyer sent me an email on February 2nd reiterating that. So what was supposed to happen is there's not supposed to be any contact. Now on the peace bond, I'm not no contact directly or indirectly with Nicole Nicholas. Now, I was informed by the Crown when we came to this agreement that she was warned if she induces me to respond, she can be charged. And Wednesday, I was out of town. So when she sent the email, she put urgent. Now, the thing is, that was supposed to have come from her counsel, not from her. And it came from her despite her counsel telling me that, hey, there's supposed to be no contact. So I said, okay, so since that's the case, that means that was before the peace bond. There's supposed to be no communication from her to me. That's supposed to all come through her counsel. And under the Law Society Act, once a person retains counsel, the counsel is the one that handles all the communication. So if this was an urgent matter, then Nicole should have referred that or waited on her counsel to to handle the communications. Instead, she sent it. And that's the point. So that goes against the peace bond, and it goes against the court order of October 17th, 2025.
What's the expiry on that other order you're talking about?
The October 17th?
Yeah.
That's until they get that's until a parenting order, because there's no parenting order. However, there's another problem. Nicole doesn't have legal status in Canada. She does not have a permanent residency card. I was her sponsor, and I had informed the immigration minister because Nicole vacated that, and I sent the card back to immigration. So right now, Nicole doesn't even have status. She doesn't have any legal standing in Canada.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. I see. So with the other order you're speaking about, that's a civil order. It's a non-criminal order.
Which one are you talking about?
The October order, the family court. Family court is civil.
Yeah, that's not a problem. I'm just stating though, because Nicole has breached the peace bond.
Yeah.
The peace bond, she has to show what is her residency in Canada, whether she has a legal right to be in Canada. I know she doesn't have a legal right to be in Canada. She's inadmissible under the Immigration Act, under Section 117, under Section 40, and Section 44 of IRPA.
Okay, how have you confirmed that?
How have I confirmed that?
Yep.
Oh, that's easy. Because I was her sponsor, as I told you earlier. So when her ECOPR, that expired September 30th. And I have the email, if you need it, from her emailing Matt General, who's now special counsel to the Prime Minister, and the email from IRCC. She was approved for permanent residency on February 12th, 2025. They said she was going to get her ECOPR letter February 20th, 25, which didn't come. And then on July 8th, she sent an email to Tanya, who works in the office with Matt General when he was conservative at the time. And they said that the ECOPR only lasts until September of 2025, which would mean September 30th. So as of October 1st, Nicole doesn't have legal standing in Canada.
Okay. What was the contents of the contents of the email that was school fees or something? Is that correct?
Yeah, it was dealing with school fees.
School fees. Okay. What was it about? Can you read the email for me?
Let me see here. Oh, that's on the other one. Oh, hold on a second. Let me go grab it. Oh, okay, I know. Let me see here. Okay, just let me pull it up here.
No problem. Take your time.
Okay, so the subject says fees for Tevi Miller, urgent. And that's Wednesday, March 25th at 12:03 p.m. And that was from Nicole to Cindy MacDonald, who's the principal at Pollard Meadows. And so technically that really shouldn't, that's not really relevant for Cindy MacDonald because she's the principal at Pollard Meadows. Tevi Miller Heritage School is a different school, so that should have really been with the principal at Tevi Miller. That's another issue. So she stated, greetings. I am aware of the tuition costs. Now this is to Cindy, and she she put to Cindy MacDonald and myself. And so she said, greetings, I'm aware of the tuition costs, $350 per child per month. You want me to speak the whole email? It's only about 4 lines.
You might as well, just so I know everything.
Okay. Greetings. I'm aware of the tuition costs, $350 per child per month, and society fee requirements, $400 per child per year at Tevi Miller Heritage School. Yes, Nanya Ale offered to pay half of the fees for Empress during the school year on December 16, 2025 during Resolution Council. The counselor calculated Nanya will likely be responsible for most of the fees if one or both children ever attend there. Nanya has not responded since February 5th, 2026 to my agreement to pay half of the fees for both children next school year. But if he fails/refuses to pay in the 2026-2027 school year, I will be responsible for all of the children's fees. Now on Wednesday, March 25th, 2026 at 10:36 a.m., that email that she sent me was at 12:03. And now this email was from the principal, Cindy MacDonald, at 10:36 a.m. And she said, good morning, Nicole. As per our office conversation today, please acknowledge via an email that you understand that both Empress and Majesty will have school fees for the next school year at Tevi Miller. You also mentioned that you are able to cover the fees even if their father cannot support this. Please confirm. I will wait for your reply before 4 o'clock today, at which time pre-enrollment closes for the year. Many thanks, Cindy. Edmonton Public Schools. And then almost an hour later at 12:56 p.m. on March 25th, 2026, Nicole stated her response to Cindy and myself. Greetings. I was just updated that the total fees are $3,900 per child per year. That's it. That's the end of that.
Okay. So, I guess like I want to hear your opinion, but am I wrong to think that this is a conversation between the school principal, regardless if it's the wrong principal or not? Is this a conversation about fees for the children, but no, like, is she making you aware of the school fee conversation, or is she speaking to you?
Well, it's sent to Cindy and to myself. Now the peace bond says no contact, no.
I want to hear your opinion, so I know what the peace bond says.
Okay.
I'm just like in your you sound pretty reasonable, so I'm just curious, like in your reasonable opinion, is this someone speaking to you, or is this someone making you aware of school fees regarding your children?
Well, the thing is, when the first thing is that I've already registered my children on the 19th of March for the new school year. So the principal could have called me. I was told that I have to, because I made changes on their school zone account, that I have to contact the school. And I think it was about a week ago when they said we need an ID and a utility bill to confirm residency.
Yep.
So based on the order of October 17th and the peace bond, this information, this conversation has to come through her counsel. And that's
you're not wrong about that at all.
Yeah. And so I didn't respond to this because the peace bond said no contact, direct or indirect. So she,
Don't
if,
respond to it. You're doing the right
no,
thing.
I'm not responding to it at all. So,
Good.
but she put fees for Tevi Miller in the subject and put urgent. So that was to induce me to respond to it. And I said, well, after I looked through the email, I was like, well, I've already registered the children. I've got the email confirmation from Edmonton Public Schools that my registration is confirmed for both the children. Nicole can't register the children because Nicole doesn't have a permanent residency card or letter from the immigration minister. So she cannot prove her residency or her legal right to be in Canada. And based on that,
What's their country of origin?
she was born in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, okay, American. Okay, well,
So her lawyer is the one who's supposed to be contacting me because he sent me an email on February 2nd. And he said, I can answer a couple of your questions quickly. This was at 8:26 p.m. Or no, that was at November 14th at 2025 at 2:33 p.m. And because I was serving legal documents for family court, and that's allowed under the October 17th order. So her counsel responded, I acknowledge receipt of your notice to attend. Thank you for sending it in the correct format. We'll be sending you soon our proposal for our resolution council meeting on December 16th. But I can answer a couple of your questions quickly. Nicole is not responding to your emails because Justice Kiss specifically said there's to be no communication between the two of you at exchanges or otherwise, which he put or otherwise in bold. So this was November 14th. Then February 2nd, he sent me, or February 5th, he gave me notice that my children were attending Pollard Elementary, and they had been attending there for a month. So I had no idea they were even at that school because of the last school they were at was Norwood. So I said, okay, they're at Norwood, and left it at that. That was December. Then February, I get the email from him through his assistant, Roxanne Campbell, at 11:23 a.m. And in this letter, this is where Mr. Livingstone said, the children are now registered at Pollard Meadow School and started attending there on January 9th, 2026. Yet I got a registration letter from Norwood on December 2nd, which they backdated to December 1st. A confirmation letter from the school, which is Pollard Meadows, dated January 14th, 2026, is attached. And so I'm getting this from her lawyer on February 5th. So he's informing me where my children are at, the school they're at, so that falls in line with the Law Society Code of Conduct. So for Nicole now to send this email, she's breaching that Law Society and she's not letting her counsel handle that. And so that is what's called inducement. And this is what I was warned by the Crown prosecutor, that if she induces, and he told me, he warned her, if you induce him to respond, you can be charged. And so they put a timestamp on it, basically saying you need to reply by 4 p.m. today on March 25th, 2026. I never responded to it because I've already registered my children and got confirmation. So
let me
yes.
just ask, just so I can get you while I'm right on the topic there. Was the reply to go to the principal of the school, or was it to go to her to confirm something?
Okay, the 10:36 a.m. was from the principal to Nicole to reply before 4 p.m. However, Nicole sent me this conversation. So I'm like, well, your lawyer is the one that's supposed to be sending this to me. Why is it that you're wanting me to respond? And she's aware of the peace bond. And I made sure when I spoke with the Crown that her name was put on the peace bond. I said that in court. I said, I don't want just my name. I said, she has to be on there, because if she does something, induces me then the same thing, and he said, well, this is a common law peace bond. It's not a section 810 or a section 811. So for her to send that conversation between her and the principal, that should be going through her counsel, because I have an order from an endorsement, from November 24th regarding the school of record, which was Abbott Elementary for my children. That's what I was told by her counsel, and I have that email in writing, signed by him, that it was Abbott Elementary. So it said that I was to get the letter for confirming that my children were at that school through her counsel. So Nicole's not supposed to be emailing me anything. If it comes from her attorney, that's one thing. That's where it's supposed to be. But she's sending this to me directly.
For sure. Okay, so you've given me lots of information. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call my supervisor just to make sure it's kind of where we're at with everything here.
Yes.
And I'm going to give you a phone call back.
Yes.
Probably in the next, 10, 15 minutes here. I'm going to
Yes.
just do some reading here and go through the file, and obviously there's some history between you and Nicole. And then, I'll let you know kind of where we're standing at the end of it. Just so you're clear, though, the family court order that you were talking about in October,
Yes.
is going to be civil. So any breaches that you feel are a breach, they have to be reported to your counsel or it's brought to court. That's a civil matter, so that's out of the police hands. But you're correct with the peace bond.
Yes.
The only things I'll just say here, just for your information, is that you're right